How about a 4.7? Andy and Tasha. No Tosh today. She is on vacation all this week. Going to top out at 71. It is 58 right now. We have a guest on the phone who I have known since we were probably, about 3, Ryan?
I imagine somewhere around there, yeah.
Somewhere in that neighborhood. Ryan Rollinger, is it assistant or vice principal?
Either one.
Okay.
Whatever you want to call me.
Okay. Well, as long as you're good with it.
Yep.
So, do you remember where I ran into the last time we saw each other?
If my memory serves me correctly, we ran into each other at Hy-Vee.
Yeah. And do you remember me acting strangely?
Yes. And I think you had told me that you had thrown out your back.
No, you're close.
Am I close?
I am a delicate flower, but no, it wasn't that. I get these migraines from like bright lights, and I looked up at one of the lights in the ceiling, and it was coming. I had a blind spot. Actually, when I was looking at you, I couldn't see you. Like, I wasn't sure who you were saying hi to me, and I'm like, hey, oh, that was Ryan. And then after I emailed you the other day, I was like, oh, I remember that time I acted weird with it. I wondered if he thought I was insane or what was going on. Do you remember me doing that, though?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I thought you had said you threw your back out.
I probably did that, too.
Time I ran into you. You were just recovering from it.
That could have been. I've done that a few times as well. So, anyway, so last Wednesday was a pretty eventful day in your life. What was the first thing your wife said to you when you finally got a chance to talk to her?
She really couldn't speak. She just cried, and we hugged for a while. And after we got home and we started just talking about it, she kind of wanted to know some details, and then just kind of said over and over, thank God that you and Dr. Lean are okay. But there was a lot of emotion, a lot of crying to start with. It was probably a good half hour before real words came out and we had a conversation.
So you didn't talk to her until you got home?
She came here and picked me up.
Oh,
because,
okay.
None of our cars could leave the parking lot because it was a crime scene.
Right.
So we had to leave them there. So she actually took off work and came and got me and took me. They actually asked me to go home afterwards. So I was out of here by about 12:30.
Oh, you went home that early in the day then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Our superintendent said that he wanted me home and just to relax and with my family. And I really appreciated that.
So, were you able to relax?
There was a lot of still adrenaline flowing through my body at that time. So no, I was able to take the shirt and tie off and sit in a chair and have a really good conversation with my wife and answer some text messages and call my parents, call my brothers and sisters and talk with them and let them know everything was okay. So it wasn't really relaxing. I was still pretty amped up from the whole situation, but it was good to talk to my family members.
What did your mom say?
A lot of prayers, a lot of crying from her too. Said it was good to hear my voice, and when she'd heard everything, first she thought it was me that had been shot, so that kind of got her on edge. And when she found out it was Dr. Lean and that everything was okay and he was fine, just a lot of relief. I think she was pretty nervous there for the couple hours where I wasn't able to contact her.
Ryan Rollinger, Vice Principal at Harrisburg High School, on the phone with us this morning. When you think back to what happened last Wednesday, do you remember it as a blur or is it detailed in your memory?
No, it's pretty detailed. I've gone through it quite a few times, giving things to police officers and detectives, and people have asked a lot of questions, but no. It goes very fast. The situation seemed like it was very quick, but no, definitely something I'll probably never forget is the details of it.
What were you doing right before you heard the shot?
I was working in my office. I was on my computer. I was actually doing some reports on attendance.
I was curious because a lot of times, anytime something big happens in your life, you for whatever reason, the mundane thing you were doing right before that happened, you just remember so well.
Yeah.
So you heard the shot. Did Mason see you coming, or did you blindside him?
No, actually, when I went to Dr. Lean's office, he was looking at Dr. Lean, and my attempt was to try to come up behind him so he wouldn't be able to see me, but he saw me coming and took off running towards our front doors.
So was the office small, or
Yeah, our offices aren't very big. Maybe 15 by 15.
So, and you got 3 kids, right?
Correct.
How old are they?
My oldest is 12, my middle one is 10, and my youngest one is 7.
Okay, so they're all not older, but certainly much older than my kids. How did you explain it to them?
Well, I did it at different stages there. The one who's in middle school, he had kind of been debriefed by the counselors at school because his school is actually where our students were dropped off, where they were bused to. So they were kind of privy to some information, and Mr. Elwine, his principal, and the counselor over there, Mrs. Atwood, did a great job. My wife called over there and said, "What does Ethan know?" So I didn't really have to explain it to him. He had heard through some of the people over there. My middle son, I just gave him brief details. He knows what happened. He knows Dr. Lean got shot. He does know that I was able to help tackle the young man and hold him down until the police got there. But I didn't really go into a lot of details with him just because I didn't think he would understand or know. And then my daughter, she's only 7, and she. When I started talking to her, she wanted to go jump on the trampoline with her friends, so I figured that was pretty healthy, so I let her go do that.
Yeah. If she doesn't want to know why, tell her she'll ask somewhere else down the road. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw on social media, I'm guessing you saw the awesome meme?
Yeah, somebody showed it to me. I don't have a Facebook page, but my wife showed it to me on Facebook, and then some people from work.
I'm sorry, I know you're not loving the attention, but I couldn't help myself because it summed it up perfectly. I saw a lot of your former students, though, also say that you were one of their favorites. Do you have a nickname that the kids gave you, or are you just Mr. Rollinger?
To some of them, the Raleigh was my nickname from college, shortened to my last name, and some of them call me that outside of school. Usually after they graduate, I try to have them still call me Mr. Rollinger while they're here. But and then some of the girls' basketball players that I used to coach, Rolo was something that
Rolo.
Yeah.
I think that should be your nickname.
Yeah,
for sure.
As long as it's something positive, because there's probably a lot of other nicknames that float around out there about me. So I let them stick with the positive one.
I was going to ask you if you were aware of any negative ones that you had maybe been given over the years.
Oh, I don't. No.
Not that you're aware of?
Not that I can probably say on air, unless you want that.
No. That's probably good. I'd like to hang on to my job. That'd be good. All right. One last thing.
Sure.
Do you remember what Harrisburg's record was against Beersford when we were in high school?
Completely?
Freshman through senior
years?
Yeah.
I'm guessing 4-0.
No, 4.
You guys get us our freshman year?
Yeah, 4-1. When you and I had nothing to do with it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 4-1. That was it. Yeah.
That was quite a few years ago.
That was quite a few years ago. Well, yeah, it was. Wasn't it weird to like? Oh yeah, we're going to our 20th class reunion this year. That's it's disgusting. All right, I'm glad to say, proud to say, I know you. I don't know how to say it, but good job last week. It's so understated. But Ryan Rollinger, vice principal of Harrisburg High School. Thanks for calling in today.
You bet.
All right.
Thank you.